everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Carla and I'm the artist behind Arie Debren art. And today we're going to take a look at me creating this painting I really don't have a title for. That's why it's just called Orchid Paint Pour. So every month I try to, well, I just started this year, but I try to challenge myself every month to create a new painting, something small and something that may not necessarily have any story behind it like my regular larger paintings, but just something to kind of stretch my imagination and to try something new. So this month I decided to do some sort of abstract April is what I'm calling it. So I decided to do some sort of abstract art, and I've done acrylic paint pouring in the past, so I wanted to try it again on a smaller scale. And what I got from it, that's what the red and yellow swirly paint in the background is. That's the acrylic paint pour. I totally forgot to film that part, so that's why we're only gonna see me painting the orchids in this video. But yeah, I decided to do an acrylic paint pour, and when I was done, I really liked the outcome of the paint pour and the movement of it. But I felt like it needed something else on it. Like, just the paint pour by itself to me just seemed kind of boring. And initially I was going to do a portrait over the paint pour, like still have the paint pour shown in the background, which is what the first time I did an acrylic paint pour, I did do a portrait over top of it and just had the paint pour in the background. If you want to go to my website and check out my black unicorn painting, that's the painting that I'm talking about. But with this one, at first, like I said, at first I thought I was going to do a portrait, but then I decided I kind of feel like flowers would look really cool on here. Just like, I don't know. The thought just came into my mind, and I just was like, flowers would look really cool on here. Initially, I thought maybe like a couple of like stems of flowers, but then I saw this picture on Unsplash, and I will link the picture in the description box. Unsplash is a royalty-free website where I get a lot of my reference photos for my paintings. So I saw this painting on Unsplash, and I was just like, oh, this would be so perfect. And I wanted to have like a contrasting color. So I definitely wanted something purple, because I felt like the purple would contrast with the yellow, but then it wasn't too far off from the red. I don't know. Part of me feels like it's really mismatchy, but also another part of me is like, I love it because it's just kind of bold, you know? It really jumps out at you, and I love it. I love this painting so much. I never thought that, especially after my previous fiasco with trying to paint flowers. Yeah, if you saw that video, that was a hot mess. So especially after that, with trying to paint flowers and it didn't come out well, and this painting coming out as well as it did, I was super ecstatic about it. So yeah, there's really no story behind this painting at all, other than me just wanting to do something different with my art and using this little monthly challenge to help me accomplish that. I have another canvas. This is, by the way, this is an 8x10 canvas panel. And I have another canvas panel that I have a different paint pour design on. I believe that one is yellow and purple. So that one will be my next video. I actually mixed up way too much paint. And so I didn't want to waste it. So I added blue to the red to make the purple. And that's why the other one is yellow and purple. So I think on the other canvas panel that I have, I'm going to do red flowers on that one. And these can kind of be like sister paintings. I did record the paint pour for the second painting, so in my next video I will show the actual paint pour process, or at least some of it, because like I said, the paint was already mixed up by the time I remembered to record. So it'll just mostly be me like stirring the blue paint into the red to get the purple, and then doing the pour onto the canvas panel. And after I was done with this painting, I kind of sat back and looked at it and was like, I think this would look gorgeous as a design for a dress in the future. If you don't know, on my website I do offer different types of merch, and bodycon dresses is one of the options that I have on there, as well as hoodies and t-shirts and whatnot. But yeah, this month I've been kind of focusing on, well, this month I will be focusing on kind of promoting my bodycon dresses and my crop tops that I have in my shop. And I don't know if I'll do it, I'll release this as a dress this month. I may just wait later on to do it, but I saw it and I was like, I think this would make a really, really cool dress. Because I have a dress on my website now from a painting that I did some years back that has the painting on it, and then I also added like different patterns around it, and I thought it was really cool. Well, to be honest, when I first created that dress, I was like, this is ugly, but everyone was telling me that it wasn't ugly, it was cool, people would like it. So that's why I put it out there, and now it's really grown on me and I love the dress. And I think this is gonna have like a similar vibe with it, with it being just bright and cheerful, and it's gonna attract people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's gonna have that same type of vibe. And I don't know if I'll even necessarily need to put the pattern on it like I did with the other dress, because I think the paint pour itself adds enough vibrancy and movement, and then you have the stillness of the flowers that kind of balance it all out. I don't think I mentioned this, but the paint pour in the background is acrylic paint, but the orchids themselves are oils, because I've said this in previous videos before, I'm not the biggest fan of acrylic paint. So yeah, I was going to do the whole thing in acrylic, and then I thought about it. I'm just like, no, I want to enjoy this painting, and I know if I use oils, or if I know if I use acrylic, I'm not going to enjoy it. I'm going to struggle with it. I'm not the best with acrylic paint because it dries way too fast for my liking, and I personally can't get the same effects with acrylic that I can get with oil paint. I know it's a me thing because I've seen other artists out there make some gorgeous acrylic paintings. I'm just not one of them. So at this point, I've kind of decided with myself, like, I'm not going to force myself to become like this expert acrylic painter. I'm not going to force myself to make art with acrylic paint just for the sake of saying that I use acrylic paint. And maybe one day I'll actually take the time to kind of develop my technique with acrylic paint, so it's not so much of a struggle for me. But right now I just really love oil paints, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with me wanting to just focus on one particular medium. I do love the fact that I can incorporate acrylic into my oil paintings, just like I did with this here. Like, I don't know if I would have been able to get that cool effect in the background with oil paint. Maybe, I don't know what I would use to do that. I'm sure there is a way, but this is one thing I do love about acrylic, is that you can do cool stuff like this and it dries really fast. And because I'm not trying to blend it in with other colors, it's fine for it to dry quickly. And then I can go in with my oil paints over top of it and do something cool like this. So I think there is a place for acrylic painting in my repertoire. I just don't necessarily have to use it in the same way that I use my oils. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, find the ways that I can use acrylic paint. Just because I don't know. I just feel like I want to be able to use them, and that seeing that I can do something cool like this when I combine my acrylic and oils together kind of just opens up the door for me to do some, different types of art and add that to my lineup of, art pieces that I have. So I'm not going to write off acrylic paint altogether. Not right now. I think this part is where I started adding or trying to add like veins into the petals of the orchids. And I don't know, I did it on that first orchid at the top there, and then I decided I don't know if I want to add veins to all of the petals, because I wasn't sure if I completely liked the veining. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I may go back and add it into the rest of the flowers, but I just did it on that first one, and I'm still trying to decide if I want to add veins in the other petals. I kind of like just the flat color on the rest of them, because the color is not necessarily flat, because I do have like shadowing and whatnot, highlights and things. I just don't have like those little fine details like the veins. So I don't know. Y'all let me know. What do you prefer? Would you prefer to have like the veining and all the little extra details, or would you prefer them all just to be flat colored? I'm also really proud of the fact that I finished this in like 3 or 4 days, I think. I had to do the acrylic pour and let that dry for a good like 24 hours or so before I went over top of it with the oil. But then I think it only did take me like 3 days, because then I did the oil painting part of it over the next 2 days after that. And yeah, I think this is like the fastest I've ever finished a painting. So here is a look at the finished piece. Do you love it as much as I do? I think it looks so cool. I love it so much. It's been a really long time, not really long, but it's been a while since I've felt really proud about a painting and its outcome. And I'm so happy that I did this painting. This painting will be available in my online shop, so go over there and check it out if you're wanting to adopt her or to get a print of your own to hang up in your house. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.